Hello, hello! What's new, Card Crew? Happy New Year! How's everyone doing here tonight? No, we did miss an episode last week. I was sick, wasn't able to bring a good quality show to you all, so we opted to miss last week. I know we missed right before the new year, but we are back here tonight with episode 7, and I hope everyone is having a wonderful start to the brand new year. Hello, everyone in chat. We have Mako, Gilles, Shannon, Jeff, Sebastian, Suze. Welcome, everyone. And of course, that bot is there. If you have any questions on anything, go ahead and use exclamation point commands in chat. Type that in, and it'll show you what commands are available for the bot to drop you the links that you may need, whether you have questions about grading, questions about where else you can find us on social media, check out some news articles on our website. You can get all of that by using exclamation point commands in chat, as well as tonight's special commands do have a few different events related commands, which ties into our first topic of news here tonight, CGC cards around the world. So this weekend, January 6th and 7th, 2024, yes, already 2024 if you all can believe it, but Hawaii PopCon is taking place at the Neil S. Blaisdell Center in Honolulu, Hawaii. If you participate in Express Drop-Off for any submissions, you get a CGC Cards Pristine 10 pin if you're dropping off submissions ahead of time. So Express Drop-Off is you fill out the forms online, you print them out, you bring them in with your cards, so you don't have to sit at the booth and wait in line if there is one at the computers to fill out all your information. You just drop it off and go. Express Drop-Off. So it says Streamlabs, yes, so attached to the... I see it on my end, not quite sure if it's popping up on YouTube chat. Might have to switch your chat toggle to see. I know sometimes YouTube chat sorts by default a couple different ways. But yeah, so Streamlabs should drop the bot, or the Streamlabs bot should drop any links if you type exclamation point commands. Let me try that out. Make sure it's still working. I saw the auto timer go. Commands. There you go. Should work there in a second. Gilles says next Friday is my birthday. Happy early birthday, Gilles. Yep, so use these commands in chat. You can use about for more of the about links, socials, and special. It is popping up. All right, good. Glad everything's working. It's good to test things out. I first few episodes I would test it myself, and then I was slacking a little bit. So I'm glad that it works. We can't see you with the comments. Interesting, Sebastian. Maybe wait a little bit. I know there's a little bit of a delay between the feed and like my time, so. Maybe I hadn't typed that in by the time that you all heard me talking about it, but yeah, so Hawaii PopCon this weekend. If you want more info on what CGC Cards has going on at Hawaii PopCon, use exclamation point Hawaii in chat to see the article, official article about Hawaii PopCon on our website. But yes, so Hawaii PopCon this weekend, the 6th and 7th. And then later this month, CGC Cards is going to Culture Collision. That is a little north of Atlanta, Georgia, up in Marietta. So that is at the Cobb Galleria Center on January 26th through the 28th. Culture Collision is primarily a sports card show, but of course CGC Cards takes sports, non-sports, and trading cards, so you can drop off any submissions there, as well as see what's going on there. I believe there's like an influencer basketball game, 3v3. I'm going to be going to Culture Collision. It'll be my first time attending that show, so I'm very excited to go check it out. Hopefully meet some of you there, and get some cool footage, have a great time, and meet fellow collectors at Culture Collision. And then, of course, at the beginning of February, I know I've mentioned this the past few shows, but MegaCon Orlando. You can use exclamation point MegaCon in chat to get the link about that. So if you're submitting any comics, there is an exclusive Gator with Sunglasses label that you can get if you submit comics at MegaCon. So that's pretty cool. If you haven't checked that out, make sure you all click on the link. But yeah, MegaCon Orlando, February 1st through the 4th, 2024. And I believe next week I should have some further updates on shows going later into the year. But for now, keeping it at three shows within the next month. That's enough information for you guys. But lots of card shows happening across the country this year. We're trying to attend as many as we can. So excited to check out Culture Collision and see where things go from there. Do you get your submissions back on the same day? So there is no on-site grading at Hawaii PopCon, Culture Collision, or MegaCon, to my understanding. So you drop it off, and then you don't have to ship it from wherever you're at to headquarters. Yourself, we take it back with us. So if you're someone that's concerned about sending cards through the mail, I know I was before I submitted my first time. That's why I submitted at the National last year. I didn't want to send my 10 Star Wars Superfractors through the post office. I'd prefer to hand them off on site. And I did have them for on-site grading there. But take home, if you don't want to send them in yourself, we do accept them at shows, and then our team expertly packs them up, everything's secure, taken back to headquarters, and then graded back at headquarters. So yes, submissions back. If you're on-site grading, National, you can do over the weekends. Most places, unless it's explicitly mentioned, and the press releases for our attendance to these events is not on-site grading, but just submission drop-offs. Getting on into some sports news. Thought there'd be a little bit more that I missed while I was sick, but being the end of the year, it's been not the busiest. But I do have some updates for you all for both CGC news, CGC Cards news, and hobby news. So, cool CGC Cards news is that coupon code was extended. You can use code CardConnection to get $50 off of a premium or elite tier membership. Now, of course, you can get a free membership to submit with CGC Cards, but if you do get a premium or an elite membership, which are both paid options, you do get a discount on grading as well as a credit, depending on which tier. So if you're thinking about submitting a lot of cards, you might want to take a look at the premium or elite membership option. Might be more valuable to go with that. So I know for me, actually, I did last year. I got the elite membership, and that actually helped offset some of my grading costs. But now I'm here. But yeah, so $50 off of a premium or elite membership. That coupon code has been extended. It originally was going to end on December 31st. But yeah, coupon code CardConnection. You can use that on our website. All right, so that is CGC news. Getting on into some trading card news. Pokemon has released some information regarding their next upcoming Japanese sets. Those are titled Wild Force and Cyber Judge. And as was announced at Worlds last year, we'll be seeing some Ace specs. So we did get the first few reveals of Ace spec cards. Those are originally black and white era trading cards where you can use just one Ace spec in your deck, one copy of any of them. Very similar to current like Radiant Pokemon. You can just use one copy. Some of the ones that were revealed were Prime Catcher, Neo Superior Energy, and a reprint of Master Ball, which was originally a black and white era Ace spec. So a lot of speculation as to whether Computer Search may get reprinted, but Prime Catcher does seem to be the card of choice for many trainers as we are looking at those sets coming later this spring. Definitely powerful cards. That's why they're limited to one copy of any of them in your deck. Then for non-Pokemon trading card news, but Bandai had a pretty neat announcement on December 22nd. Bandai Union Arena, which has titles like Bleach, The Thousand Year Blood War, Jujutsu Kaisen, Hunter x Hunter, Demon Slayer. Bandai Union Arena was announced for an English printing starting in 2024, so starting this year. So the first three sets that were revealed to be printed in English are the Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Hunter x Hunter. No details on some of their other titles they have, like Demon Slayer, but very, very cool cards. Bandai now has several trading card games going on in English. They have Digimon, you've got One Piece, got Dragon Ball Super, and of course, Union Arena now coming in 2024. And although I don't have any graded samples to show you, I do actually have an example of what the Bandai Union Arena cards look like for some of the higher rarities. This here is a Rukia card from the Bleach set. So I'm personally incredibly excited to collect these cards in English. So very, very excited about that announcement. They didn't give any dates just quite yet. I'll keep on the lookout for information regarding that. But yeah, we just got 3 set titles, 3 set announcements. And then also, Based on the information on their website, it seems like some of the cards will have new illustrations as compared to the original Japanese printings, as well as voice actor and actress stamped signatures, very similar to the Weiss-Schwarz TCG for some of the cards. So I'm going to be on the lookout for more news regarding that. Very exciting announcement from Bandai at the end of last year. So some gorgeous cards. Really excited to see what those look like in English and get my hands on some of them personally. Getting into some non-sports news, got a quick tidbit from WWE. This past Monday, brand new year, 1/1, The Rock appeared on Monday Night Raw, so that's pretty cool. Thought I'd mention that. I heard about that through the grapevine, but would have been cool to watch live. Wouldn't have expected The Rock to return. But yep, The Rock was on Monday Night Raw. And then going on into football and hockey news. Now, I know there's been some activity late tonight on baseball regarding the trade deadline. I wasn't able to follow along with a lot of that, but I may have some updates on some of the bigger notable trades next week. But for football news, on December 21st, Panini announced an exclusive multi-year partnership with Dylan Raiola, who's a top 10 recruit and one of the top high school quarterbacks of the class of 2024. So yes, Panini has locked down Raiola for cards, autograph trading cards, and marketing. You expect to see him in upcoming collegiate products. But yeah, high school top high school quarterback Dylan Raiola now has a Panini contract and should be seeing him later this year in collegiate products. I thought that was very interesting. I know I've commented in the past, like, Elite Extra Edition Baseball will have a lot of high school aged baseball prospects, but I haven't really seen high school aged football prospects before, so I thought that was pretty interesting. And then, of course, we did get the announcement for the NFL for the Pro Bowl. And the San Francisco 49ers lead the league with 9 selections from the team going to the Pro Bowl, including second-year quarterback Brock Purdy, of course. And the Pro Bowl for football will take place on February 1st at the Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida. For hockey, some props to Team USA in the 2024 World Juniors Championship. Team USA took home gold on January 5th, so today, wow. Fresh news, defeating Team Sweden 6-2. And at the World Juniors, Team USA actually went undefeated in the entire event. They're looking to remain a threat for next year at the next competition in Ottawa, in Canada. So congrats to Team USA Juniors on that excellent performance at the World Juniors Championship. Moving on to some NHL news. Minnesota Wild's been plagued by a lot of injuries as of late. Unfortunately, on the 3rd, star forward Kirill Kaprizov was placed on injured reserve with an upper body injury. He was the team leader in points, and there's been a lot of injuries as of late for the team, resulting in a lot of recent game losses as well. So, speedy recovery, hopefully, to Kaprizov, although being on injured reserve, not really a good sign, looking a little tough there. Now, we talked about, of course, the Football Pro Bowl, but the NHL All-Star Game selections were also announced this week, including local player Tampa Bay Lightning's Nikita Kucherov going to his 5th career All-Star Game, so congrats to Kucherov. Kucherov, we also made the announcement a few weeks ago, was the first to get 30 points. I believe it's 30 points. Or 30... Oh, I'm forgetting. Hold on. I can check my tabs real quick. I know we had Kucherov news. I think it was actually almost 2 weeks ago at this point. I am looking so that way I don't provide you all false information. If this would load faster, that'd be lovely. Kucherov news. Where is my Nikita Kucherov news? Awkward. First player to reach 50 points. I was like, 30 doesn't sound right. I think we had the 30 goals talking about Austin Matthews lately, and that got my brain all jumbled up. But league leader in points, Nikita Kucherov. All right. Back to where we were at. Excuse me. Well, my brain's still melted from last week. You know, this was something I pulled out last week for news. Probably not super interesting to everyone watching, but I thought personally interesting, of course, as a Tampa Bay Lightning fan, but Lightning Legends goaltender Nikolai Khabibulin has signed a one-year contract in the KHL with the Torpedo Nizhny Novgorod. This was announced on December 27th, and Khabibulin turns 51 next week. He signed a one-year contract, so that I thought was pretty cool. Cool news. I don't follow a lot of KHL news, but that came across my radar, and I wanted to share. But all right, for new releases this week, it's a little slow this week, although big title products coming out this week, including Prism Football, that released on Wednesday the 3rd. Upper Deck Goodwin Champions did release on the 4th. And then today on the 5th, Panini Immaculate Collection UFC did release as well. So just those 3 products coming out this week. 3 pretty big name products, but in terms of quantity, not a whole lot this week. And all right, so I did just show off this box of Goodwin Champions here, so let's go ahead and slide on into it. Oh, look at that. We have a Whooper cameo. This beautiful card here. New Professional Women's Hockey League started this past week. Interesting. I'll have to keep a lookout for information on that. Thanks for sharing, Shannon. Suze asks, for those that collect sports, do you collect prospects or just those that make it to the big league? Jeff says, I collect baseball prospects. Goodwin Champions is our box of choice to preview this week. Interestingly enough, it's rated 14+. Not quite sure why, but at least 2 hits per box. And of course, one of the big draws of Goodwin Champions are potential Michael Jordan cards. Tiger Woods, LeBron James. But you can hit big hit autographs, platinum variants, glow-in-the-dark manufactured patches this year. That's pretty neat. Last year, there was Egyptian sand relics chronicling the discovery of King Tut's tomb. That was pretty cool. Goodwin Champions has a lot of off-the-wall stuff in it. So I'm excited to see what we'll be finding in this box here tonight. Go ahead and hop on into it. I'm curious though, chat. Oftentimes, Topps' Allen and Ginter is compared with Goodwin Champions. Which do you prefer? Both of them have a lot of off-the-wall inserts and hits in them. Interesting design this year on Goodwin Champions. We have a Jimmy Connors. Interesting, this looks like last year's hockey design. Sure that's an insert. You have Splash of Color Lenticular. The Sidney McLaughlin Levrone. Non-bounty version. I'm curious, since it does not have a bounty code on it, if the Splash of Color is going to be counting as one of our hits of the box. We do have Gigi Jackson. Pink Tracks, 185 out of 299. Platinum Parallel. I prefer Goodwin Champions. They have some great athlete inserts in the set. If Ginter and Goodwin could combine, that would be great. Ginter has more animals for inserts, whereas Goodwin will have animal hits, like patch cards and such. I feel like Goodwin needs more food cards. Alright, what do we have here? We do have an autograph. It's an interesting autograph shape. Autographics, Skybox, Peyton Watson. That's a cool design. It reminds me of like a surfboard. So Peyton Watson autograph. Very nice to find an auto. Autos are not guaranteed in boxes of Goodwin. Feels like every 2 or 3 boxes you find an auto in past years. Not quite sure what the pull rates are this year. Let me find a top loader. There we go. Do have splash of color, non-lenticular. Another regular splash. Interesting, I've not seen any Gaudies just quite yet. Brock Wilkins, splash of color. Very thick pack here. Do we have a patch card? Do we have a decoy? Looks like we have a decoy in here. Ooh, Young Guns exclusives #1, the Alpha, Nick Smith Jr. That's cool. That's neat. #1 of 100, Nick Smith Jr., Young Gun. Smith Jr.'s first 20-point game took place on December 6, 2022, when he scored 16 of his team-high 22 points in the second half to lead the Arkansas Razorbacks to a 65-58 victory over UNC Greensboro. All right. Very cool. Then Leanne Wong. All right, halfway through the box. Very cool. Autograph. Exclusive Young Gun. Splash of color. Tapuria. One of the platinum parallels. Does Goodwin still have short prints? That is a good question. Usually there's some sort of unannounced variation in Goodwin. Well, I haven't noticed anything yet here myself. Darwin Nunez, Young Gun. You have Swiatek, Rookie, Platinum. Michael Jordan base. Another gymnastics insert. I like how the Young Guns and these, I'm assuming, update inserts. Very reminiscent of last year's Series 1, Series 2 Extended Series Hockey. So, of course, is the same calendar year. 22-23 Hockey and Goodwin Champions 23 are the same season. So although, of course, this just came out yesterday on the 4th, it is a 2023 product. We do have Ken Griffey Jr., Red Platinum, Rainbow Red, unnumbered, but nice parallel, Tiger Woods base card. All right, 3 packs to go. Ken Griffey Jr. Platinum Horizontal. You can see the reflection of the camera. As much as I love the King Tut relic, the Sand Relics last year, I think my favorite card, look at that, Scoot Henderson Young Gun. My favorite card that I've pulled out of Goodwin Champions was actually a redemption. It was the 2021, I believe. It was the Horizontal Griffey Shoe Relic. Now, the reason it's a redemption is because the card itself is so thick that it doesn't fit in the packs. But that came in pretty quickly to the shop that I opened it for, and it looked really cool. It looked really, really cool. That was a year I had pulled, also, I believe, a Griffey Jr. Auto numbered to 10. I've had some pretty good luck pulling his cards. Anthony Black, rookie, Platinum. And Sky Clark is our final card of the box. Yeah, we got some neat stuff in here. Nice to see an autograph. Gonna sleeve up these splash of color lenticulars. I do think that did count as our second hit. Now, if I can find where I put my sleeves, that'd be lovely. They fell on the floor. Cool. And I'll sleeve up the rainbow red Griffey. What part of the shoe? It was a cleat relic, I believe. It was autographed. Autographed. Very, very thick card. Alrighty, we had 2 numbered parallels. And our autograph, Autographics. Peyton Watson. Unnumbered autograph. We got number 1 of 100, exclusives Young Gun, Nick Smith Jr. And the Pink Tracks, G.G. Jackson. 185 of 299. Also in the box, we had the Rainbow Red Unnumbered Ken Griffey Jr. And the Sydney McLaughlin Lavrone Splash of Color Lenticular. To get some other Young Guns, Darwin Nunez and Scoot Henderson. A few Platinum parallel, Splash of Color, Rookie, and 2 rookies, and then that base Horizontal Ken Griffey Jr. For the Series 1, Series 2, I guess I'll just say Flagship Design because that's what those sets are. Flagship Hockey Design cards. I do think I've liked the base design for Goodwin Champions in the years past a bit better, but I like that they keep trying something new. I also like the way they look on the back. I'm curious to see what more of these cards look like in parallels. I do think this design, however, lends itself well on these color parallels. I'm curious to see the other rainbow foils and other numbered parallels to make the design pop a bit more. Wish we had more, but of course with just the 1 box, did get a small sample, and I enjoyed it. I thought this was fun, exciting to see those Young Guns in this set. But chat, what did you all think of this year's Goodwin Champions? Always a lot of variety. Always a lot of variety in the athletes and personalities shown in the sets. I hope that you all enjoyed it, just like I did. Missed the playing cards? Yeah, the playing cards in years past have been really cool. I really enjoy the playing cards out of like O-Pee-Chee Hockey. Last year there was this very, very bright, one might even say obnoxiously colored animal playing cards, very cartoony. Those were interesting. I wasn't super crazy about those. But I do like the playing cards that we get out of things like O-Pee-Chee Hockey. All right, where is my mouse? We're going to be stuck on this screen forever because I lost my mouse. My goodness. It was in the box. How did that even happen? How did I put that in the box? I'm a mess tonight. I'm so sorry. All right, going on into our community spotlights. Just two in the community spotlight tonight. It was a bit of a bit of a light week, and of course with the holidays, not as many people checking messages to make sure that we get approval to be able to use everyone's images. But first up, we have a really nice Pokemon card, courtesy of Blake from Arthur's Pokestop over on Instagram. And that is the Boss Pikachu. So Giovanni Boss Pikachu in a pristine 10. Absolutely gorgeous card. So Blake said that, realized I haven't been posting photos of my return since I've been in Japan. Well, here he is. First card I bought when I moved here last year. So really nice pretend Boss Pikachu. I personally have a Guzma Pikachu myself. I love this set. The set has definitely gotten a lot more popular than it was when it first released over the past few years. Definitely gone up a lot. Not necessarily within reach for a lot of casual collectors in terms of price, but definitely stunning cards to have centerpieces of your collection, I would even say. So congrats to Blake on getting a pristine 10 on this. Freshly graded card. Looks absolutely amazing. And if you all would love to be in the community spotlight, make sure you are posting on Instagram and tagging at CGC Cards, mentioning us in your comments. We love seeing you guys post your returns, no matter if it's Pokemon, hockey, football, whatever it may be. CGC Cards, we love seeing them. So make sure you all are tagging us on socials. You might even see yourself in a future community spotlight. But moving on to our second slab, we have this beautiful, totally not familiar 9.5 Mint Plus Korokoro 2000 Pokemon promo glossy Wooper. Wooper is love, Wooper is life, courtesy of Anonymous. Anonymous poster, thank you for sharing this beautiful Wooper in a potted plant. But yes, if you want to participate in the community spotlight, make sure you all are tagging us on social media. And then also, if you get any messages or comments from the team, please make sure to go ahead and give permission to use and share your images. We want to share them, but we also don't want to be sharing if you're like, no, don't share my post. I want to keep my post to myself. That's fine. We just like to check before using any images, so make sure you all just keep track of your comments. If you do tag us, look for comments. Good Wooper it is. It's a nice Wooper. And actually, if you zoom in close enough, there are 2 Woopers on this card. 2 Woopers for 1 card. Anonymous is the best poster. I mean, Anonymous, we've had some other Anonymous Wooper collars before. Not sure what it is about Anonymous Wooper collars, but I think they have good taste, personally. Mako says, I prefer CGC graded Pokemon cards than others by other graded companies. Hey, well, we're glad to hear that, Mako. Glad you're really enjoying the graded Pokemon cards. I really like the clear case with the rounded corners, personally. But for future comments, questions, concerns, if you have things you'd love to share with us, news that you really want us to talk about here on Card Connection, go ahead and reach out at cardconnection@cgccards.com. Like I said, suggestions, questions, cards to share. Maybe you don't have an Instagram account. You'd still like to share for future community spotlight usage. You can go ahead and send an email to this address here. Also, in the description down below if you'd like to copy and paste, if that's easier. Slabstrong UK, hello, welcome, says Wooper Squared. Yes, 2 Woopers. Wooper x Wooper, Wooper Squared. But yes, a little bit of a shorter show tonight as we get into the new year. Expect things to start picking up the pace, of course. We're hitting convention season already this weekend. Hawaii PopCon going on. Gonna be quite busy, I think, over the next several weeks. So we'll have some lengthier shows in the future. But like I said, you know, we can't swing for a Prism box, unfortunately. The card shop I was at had them open by the pack too, and it was like $100 a pack. I'm like, that's crazy. I thought football prices had chilled out a little bit. I guess not. But yeah, so next week, curious to see what we'll be getting on into. I'm looking forward, beginning of February. Hopefully Thor Love and Thunder is still on track to be releasing then. Would love to see if we can pull maybe like a Natalie Portman card out of that in the coming weeks. But very excited to see what 2024 has to bring to the hobby. You know, we're still be getting some 2023 year products, but excited to start seeing new designs. We should hopefully be getting previews of Top Series 1 soon. See what that design looks like. I know a lot of people have made like AI versions and like predictions for Top Series 1, but that comes out around Valentine's Day, so should be getting some news on that, hopefully quite soon. But yeah, I think it'll be a really big year for the hobby. Always room for more people at the table, so we're always wanting to keep growing and seeing more and more people get excited about shiny cardboard, my favorite, shiny cardboard. But yeah, it was $100 a pack for Prism Football, and I was like, that is insane! I think it's still a little cheaper than it was a couple years ago, but that's still not cheap enough for us to, open any of that here. Craziness. Curious as to what football products we might be able to check out here. We'll see. I'll have to inquire within about football budgets. Thanks for the great show. Thank you for watching. I really hope that you all had a wonderful time tonight. If you did, don't forget to go ahead and hit the like button. Let's us get that feedback, know that we're doing a good job. And also, since we're finishing up here a little early tonight, take a few minutes, go check out some of the other videos uploaded here on the channel this week. Some really cool Pokemon card reveals, some really cool Mario Brothers Wonder pack opening with our very own Matt Quinn here on the channel. So make sure you go check out those videos from earlier this week. Will Natalie Portman have an autograph in the Thor Love and Thunder set? Upper Deck did show on the solicit that she does have autographs in the product. Of course, we won't know 100% until it releases, as things sometimes change between what they're trying to make and what actually gets produced, as we saw with, like, Topps Mandalorian Season 2, ended up not having any Gina Carano's autos in it, even though she was advertised on the solicit. So, we won't know for sure until it comes out, but it's looking pretty good to have Natalie Portman autographs in that product. So I'm really excited for that personally. And Sheila says, can't wait to see what comes up next Friday. Yeah, your next episode will be your birthday, Gilles. Very exciting. But I believe that is all I have for you all this evening. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. I hope you're having a wonderful start to the new year, and can't wait to see what we get on up into next weekend. So take care, everyone. Make sure to check out those other new videos here. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Bye.